Hi punks! This is Remy from PUNKCAKE Delicieux and this is PUNKCAKE NEWSCAKE for June 2025. It's been a really warm month here in France. I've really been struggling with it, probably the one who's handling the heat the worst of the team. But that's okay, I still bring quite a few news because we've been pretty busy. Let's start with our June release, Tennis Forever, a game we have not made. This is the first guest game on the PUNKCAKE catalog, and we're very happy to say that we think the game is great and definitely worth your time. This has also been a really great experience because we got to support a developer that we love, and the people following this developer, Chloe, got to discover or rediscover PUNKCAKE, which is really cool. Tennis Forever is a tennis em-up bullet hell. It's fast and hectic, and it's super creative and original. If you're a Patreon subscriber of ours, or if you subscribe now for €3, you can redeem and play the game now. We will definitely be doing more guest releases in the future, but we'll still do our best to keep the ratio of games we've made ourselves higher. And here's something new. Benjamin made a new game really quickly on Pico 8 this month. It's playable now for free, and it's called Frontline. Frontline is a game of capture the flag, where you play against yourself. Or, well, yourselves, rather. Every time you do capture the flag in this sort of 2D scrolling platformer, you change color, and you must capture the other flag. But you must also deal with the very tangible ghost of yourself, capturing the flag that you just captured. It really messes with your brain, but makes you think there's no way the mechanics can't be exploited in some way to get infinite score. But nope, whatever you do, it really ends up chaotic and challenging, and in our opinion, in a really fun way. So you can play that for free now. Benjamin is working on a fuller sugar release of this game, and that will probably be the game for August or some other month. Next up, if letters had pens, would they wear them like this? What about numbers? What if they had small shovels and they dug stuff up to put in a museum? That was our game for April, and it got a third big patch in June. That patch fixes the last few technical issues that the game was having, and also rebalanced the difficulty to something that's more challenging in the higher levels. And I also added a bunch of new contents with that patch. This is probably going to be the last patch for this game for a while, at least until the Steam release. It's been a ton of fun working on it, and I'm really proud of the game. I think it's a great time, but now I just really want to work on other things. Speaking of other things, here's Mergeborn. Mergeborn is actually a game that Benjamin started working on since last January, while he was still finishing up another game called Fire and Brimstone. He would have one game on one computer and the other game, this game, on a laptop that he took with him when he was traveling. But, you know, in the meantime, Small Gods actually came out. That game was already done by then. And then Fire and Brimstone got finished and released. And after that, Benjamin focused on Mergeborn. I made If Letters Had Plans for April, but then it appeared that Mergeborn will still not be ready for May. So Benjamin made another game, Serpentess. And, well, after Serpentess, Benjamin's interest for Mergeborn faltered. The problem when a game's development goes on for too long, in our case anyway, is that we tend to put off a lot of the boring stuff for the end of development. You know, it's really easy in a moment to think, I'm not really wanting to do that, so I'll just do it later. But the longer the development takes, the more daunting the boring stuff becomes. So you just put it off again and again. But, you know, Mergeborn is a really cool game, and a lot of work went into it already. So even though Benjamin kinda gave up on it, we decided that I would give it a try. The main thing missing at this point is what we call metagame, meaning the overall structure of the game and how the gameplay evolves over time to remain interesting. I had my own ideas for this, and Benjamin was all too happy to let me try and put them to execution, and so I've been working on that. But, well, I can see why Benjamin gave up. The project is in a pretty weedy place right now, and it's going to take some work to get it where we want it to be. So after working on this for a few weeks, I too started something new. I do intend to return to Mergeborn shortly though, and will definitely release it sometime in the next few months. And so this is the new thing that I've been working on. This is also in Pico 8, and there's a good reason, that Pico 8 is a strong inspiration for us. It's just so nice to work with. In this game, which we'll just call Remy's new game for now, you get a bunch of card faces, which get built into a deck of random double-faced cards. Every turn you get a new card, and you can either choose to play it, or you can flip it to play the other side. But of course, you don't know what the other side is going to be, so you better hope that it's better than the first side that you got. I'm extremely happy with how simple this premise is. Lately, I've been racking my brain for exactly this kind of game idea that's very easy to grasp and also to set up, but also lends itself to a very solid quantity of content. I'm also having a lot of fun with the game's visuals. I'm making up a set of bicolor tiles, which I use to make a small design for each of the cards. The cards themselves and the game's UI also use the same tiles, so none of it takes much extra space. Constraints, they're great! This will be our game for July, and it will actually remain in Pico 8. This will be the first time that we commercialize a game that isn't running in Sugar, our own engine, but for this one it's just a really great fit for Pico 8. The game doesn't suffer much from the tiny resolution, and adding content is very code token efficient, because if you don't know, Pico 8 has constraints on code quantity as well. So in this case, it's okay. And besides all this, I just truly believe that not having to port the game over to our own engine from Pico 8, it's gonna be great to not have to do that. Our current plan is to have one version of the game that will be free and mobile compatible and feel complete, and we'll also have a paid extended version with a good deal more content. And this is what our Patreon subscribers will get. This is yet another discussion, but we're also thinking of making the extended version $5 instead of $6 like all our paid games. We've been debating whether we should keep to our $6 price point for every game, and we've come to the following conclusion, which is that a $6 game is what we'd like to have every month, and it's what we'll keep aiming for. But sometimes a game just takes much longer than anticipated, or simply its price is completely besides what someone would pay for another game of that style or in that genre. So we decided that we would try and get smarter for the price of each game. The Patreon subscription, of course, is staying at €3 per month, and we're very intent on keeping that as the much cheaper alternative. $5 is probably the cheapest we'll go as far as individual game prices go, whereas some games might actually go up to $10 or even $12. But none of this is for certain, and time will tell. The engine change and us delocking the price point and also having guest games, they're all pretty big changes for us, but the truth is that we're still looking for ways to make our activity sustainable in the long run. Shotgun King is unfortunately not going to be paying our salaries forever, so we figure it's as good a time as any to start trying new things. That being said, please definitely let us know what you think. We'd really love to get your opinion on these changes. Also, another change, this video. We've actually been writing newsletters for a little while now, for quite a few months, but this is the first time that we actually make one in video form. And this has basically been me reading the newsletter for June, but we know that the video format is nicer for some people. So if you like that, please let us know. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything. And yeah, we're very happy to have you. We're PUNKCAKE Delicia, we make a lot of games. This year we are actually making a game every month, and you can get them as they come out for €3 per month. We're mostly known for a game called Shotgun King, but at this point we actually have a catalog of 25 different games. So yeah, lots of games, lots more games to come. We're loving it and we want to keep doing that. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this month. thanks for watching and listening, and thank you as well for your support if you're supporting us. We love you. See you soon for the new game and for the next newsletter. Thanks. Bye.
PUNKCAKE. Délicieux.